Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of NASCAR's Biggest What Ifs, Rob Moroso. Rob Moroso is a former NASCAR Cup Series and Xfinity Series driver who competed from 1986 through 1990. He was a talented young race car driver, working his way up through the ranks of NASCAR, before everything would come to a screeching stop one late September evening following a bad decision. Like we do in these videos, let's start at the beginning. Moroso was born September 26, 1968, in Madison, Connecticut, the son of Dick Moroso, founder of Moroso Performance, an aftermarket automotive parts supplier. Rob began his racing career in 1985, racing in the NASCAR Dash Series at the age of 16. He was behind the wheel of a number 32 Pontiac. In his rookie season, he was able to score his first career victory, winning at Dominion Speedway in Manassas, Virginia. This earned him sponsorship for the 1986 season. In 1986, Rob returned to the NASCAR Dash Series, returning to the number 32 Old Milwaukee Oldsmobile. Moroso had a very strong season, winning 3 races and finishing second in Dash Series point standings. Rob made his NASCAR Xfinity Series debut in 1986, just 2 days after his 18th birthday, behind the wheel of a number 23 Chevrolet at Orange County in the fall, starting 6th and finishing 21st after suspension issues ended his race. His second Xfinity Series start would come at Rockingham in the fall, driving Rick Hendrick's number 15 Chevrolet, finishing 18th. For the 1987 Xfinity Series season, Rob Moroso began running the series full-time, behind the wheel of his father's number 25 Moroso Performance Oldsmobile. He made 25 out of 27 starts throughout the season. His best start was 5th at Bristol in the spring, and his best finish was 5th twice at IRP and Oxford in the spring. Overall, Moroso scored 0 poles, 0 wins, 2 top 5s, and 8 top 10s, finishing 15th in final Xfinity Series point standings. The 1988 Xfinity Series season was the first season that Moroso showed real talent behind the wheel of his father's number 25 Moroso Performance Oldsmobile. Steve Bird was his crew chief, and would be his entire Xfinity Series career. Rob had his first strong season, winning his first pole and his first race of his career, spending 24 weeks inside the top 5 and every week inside the top 10 in Xfinity Series point standings. His best start was first twice at South Boston and Hickory in the summer. His best finish was first twice at Myrtle Beach in the summer and Charlotte in the fall. Overall, he scored 2 poles, 2 wins, 10 top 5s, and 18 top 10s, finishing second in final Xfinity Series point standings. Rob also made his NASCAR Cup Series debut at Charlotte in the fall, behind the wheel of Hendrick Motorsports number 47 Peak Antifreeze Chevrolet, starting 34th and finishing a solid 14th. The following week at North Wilkesboro, Rob made his second career Cup Series start behind the wheel of his father's number 22 Moroso Racing Oldsmobile, starting 26th and finishing 31st after an ignition failure ended his race at lap 142. That following season, in 1989, Moroso returned to the Xfinity Series to run full-time for one more season, behind the wheel of his father's number 25 Swisher Sweets Oldsmobile. His best start was first 7 times at both Martinsville races, Rockingham and South Boston in the spring, then Volusia County and Dublin in the summer, and Rougemont in the fall. His best finish was first 4 times at both Charlotte races, Rockingham in the spring, then Volusia County in the summer. This was an excellent season for Moroso, spending 17 weeks leading the point standings and every single week inside the top 5 in Xfinity Series point standings. Overall, he scored 7 poles, 4 wins, 12 top 5s, and 16 top 10s, winning the 1989 Xfinity Series Championship. Once again, Rob made 2 more NASCAR Cup Series starts, one in a number 22 Prestone Oldsmobile at Dover in the fall, starting 21st and finishing 28th. Then the other one in a number 20 Swisher Sweets Oldsmobile in Atlanta in the fall, starting 15th and finishing 34th, with both starts ending in accidents. Rob's father, Dick Moroso, owned both of these race cars as well. Rob was also voted most popular driver in the Xfinity Series 1989 season. It was the beginning of a brand new decade, the 1990s, and in 1990, Rob Moroso was set to make the jump up to the NASCAR Cup Series full-time. You know, Rob's climb was similar to that of Joey Logano's, long before Logano would be part of the sport. Moroso was behind the wheel of his father's number 20 Crown Petroleum Oldsmobile. Steve Bird started the season as Moroso's crew chief, but starting at race 5 in Darlington, Suitcase Jake Elder replaced Bird. Rob's best start was 6th at Talladega in the summer, and his best finish was 9th at Daytona in the summer. This was not at all what Rob or Dick Moroso had planned going into the 1990 NASCAR Cup Series season. Moroso had a very, very difficult 1990 on the racetrack. Only 1 top 10 and 15 DNFs in 25 starts. Now the season was 29 races long. Only hours after finishing 21st in the Holly Farms 400 at North Wilkesboro Speedway, Rob Moroso had been seen drinking at a lounge in Cornelius, North Carolina, before making the horrible decision to drive while intoxicated on Highway 150 near Mooresville, North Carolina. He went into a curve with a posted speed limit of 35 miles per hour, but he was doing 75 miles per hour, losing control of his vehicle and skidding over 200 feet, before being struck in the driver's side door by an oncoming car in the opposite lane. The collision killed Moroso, as well as Tammy Williams, a 27-year-old nursing assistant, both a wife and a mother. Investigations would prove the fact that, indeed, he was driving under the influence. His blood alcohol level was .22, over twice the legal limit. Once you look at his driving record, Moroso had been convicted of speeding 4 times and involved in 2 prior accidents in between the years of 1987 and 1989, one of which included a rollover. Judges had revoked his license at least twice, although the charges had been reduced. So sad for the entire Williams family, and the entire Moroso family. Even though 1990 was not a strong season for Moroso in his rookie Cup Series season, NASCAR awarded him Rookie of the Year honors posthumously, because he had earned enough points. What if Rob would have never decided to drive drunk that September evening? How do you think Rob Moroso's NASCAR career would have ended up? Much like Logano, I think after a few seasons of experience, I think Moroso would have begun to really improve in the NASCAR Cup Series. Now, I only compare Moroso and Logano due to the fact that they were both so young when they were finding success working their way up through the ranks in NASCAR. So, in 29 NASCAR Cup Series starts, he scored 0 poles, 0 wins, 0 top 5s, and 1 top 10, with a best points finish of 30th in 1990. In 86 Xfinity Series starts, he scored 9 poles, 6 wins, 24 top 5s, and 42 top 10s, with the best points finish of 1st in 1989. Thank you for watching, everyone, and take care.